Nice to see y'all. I got a lot to talk about, and I just had a live stream going on that I'm going to explain more in depth of because I had stopped talking for a minute. I want y'all to know why I stopped talking for a minute. From my last stream, I just want y'all to know that my eyes is open. I really saw that. I mean, I'm not really starting. I've been seeing. I'm really starting to take notice to what I'm seeing. I don't like and regardless of right or wrong, if you don't like it, you don't have to be around shit like that. So we're gonna talk about that. It's gonna be a whole other live. So far so good. We gotta get this thing right here cranking. Seen it online. Seen that it was about, some nonsense. So I'm excited to get into it. And I'm excited that y'all with me to get into it. Yeah. I gotta understand. What does the fox say? All right, there we go. Let's get into it. Pink book lesson.
My father-in-law, not my husband. My father-in-law. I get this. I'm a little pissy. I get this text from my father-in-law. My father-in-law, not my husband. My father-in-law. I get this.
Hold on. I'm gonna pause it right here so that me and all of y'all can see it. She said she got this text from her father-in-law, and then she was kind of surprised that he sent it to her. So I want to see what's going on. Okay, let's read it together. When you get home tonight, I need for you to clean off all of the kitchen counters. Put the tools in the utility room. Put the trash on the front porch and sweep and vacuum all of the hard surface floors. That would help Jake and I for tomorrow. Thank you very much in advance. You're the best. Okay, this is what the father-in-law sent, alright? So it's like, he already put in the beginning when you get home tonight. So it's like, where is she at? Is she working? I mean, any father-in-law, you feel me? When he say when you get home tonight, I mean, she better be working. She better. If she ain't home, shopping or something. But he's saying when you get home tonight, so I'm gonna assume that she was working. And it's like she already getting off of work. You want her to come clean off all of the kitchen counters. For one, how many kitchen counters do you have, sir? And two, you want her to put the tools in the utility room. Now, what tools are you talking about? Because you wanted to clean off kitchen counters. So when you say tools, I'm thinking like forks, spoons, knives. But then you like tools. See, I was thinking that because she was in the kitchen. But when you say tools overall, I'm thinking like drills, hammers, stuff like that. And it's like, if that's the case, why are you getting her to do it when she get off of work? Like, if you was dealing with that and using these tools, come just put them away when you're done. I'm on sweep and vacuum all of the hard surface floors. Like, what? Like, all she gotta do is sweep for real. And talking about that would help Jake and I for tomorrow. Thank you very much in advance. You're the best. Now, see, when I'm looking at this, it's like, it's a lot of mixed emotions. Because it's like, she's like, look at what my father-in-law sent me and this and that. But it's like, he specifically put that would help Jake and I for tomorrow. So it might be a situation in which, I mean, I know what type of situation this is. She could possibly be on some shit. She's really like could be controlling. She could be on some other stuff. Make it seem like she don't want to do certain things. So the father feel like he got to step in. This may not be the case, but this may be the case. You know what I mean? Because for him to put that would help Jake and I for tomorrow. It's like he's sticking up for his son and himself. Like, and the only way somebody else gonna feel the need to stick up for somebody is if they feel like they're being bullied or being treated unfairly. Okay? So it's like people gotta realize males ain't the only mean ones, okay? Males react off of logic and act off of logic. Females react and act off of emotion. That's not really reliable, okay? Um, he's sticking up for his son. That's all I'm saying. That would help Jake and I for tomorrow. Thank you very much in advance. You're the best. It's like he's trying to reassure her, like, you're the best. I really thank you for this. He's reassuring her because it's like she could be somebody who just really goes off. There's a lot of people out here with bipolar disorder, lead disease, a lot of stuff going on, and people really don't be in a right state of mind, and it's not their fault, but the actions that they take can really be damaging regardless if it's their fault or not. You know what I mean? Let's get into it.
Mind you, I did not build this house. My husband and my father-in-law built it, mainly my husband. I am very grateful for that.
Ma'am. Stop.
Oh, she said her husband and father-in-law built the house. She's very grateful for that. Now, from what I'm seeing, it does not look like she's getting off of work, okay? It does not. It looks like she could have been having a day at Macy's or J.C. Penney shopping while they were there working. So they need a little bit of help as far as just getting stuff in order, and they feel like they've already done so much of the hard labor. What is regular work to hard labor? Nothing. Hard labor is always going to be above regular work, whether it be washing dishes, sweeping, whatever. You can even be driving a car. You can be driving a tractor trailer. Hard labor is never going to amount to that. I mean, yeah, granted, you're up for long hours, but as far as the stress that you're putting your body through physically, hard labor will never amount to nothing else. So she's looking goofy already. I mean, I'm going to continue to look at this. I may be wrong because we're only 22 seconds into it and say, I could be wrong for real. We're gonna see, but so far I'm not liking the way this is developing.
Stop it. You are not grateful. A grateful woman would not express gratitude for her husband and father-in-law building a house that she's going to benefit from by going online and making them look bad, doing all this complaining.
You feel me? Somebody's smart. Whoever's doing this reaction is smart because it's just a lot of ditzy women out here like that that's looking at me, and it's just like, yeah, they really think they be in the right.
That's not how you do that. You
It's
are
not.
very ungrateful and you're out of order.
Ungrateful.
Really quick
You
here, this
really
woman
are.
right here, she works outside of the house. Not sure if it's part-time or full-time. Very insignificant because her husband, he's the one who's taking care of her. Her husband, he's building a house for them along with his father. His
Come
father
on.
is helping out. She
Come
tries to
on.
minimize his
Y'all see that? Come on.
father's role by saying, oh, mostly my husband is the one who built this house. And basically, she was only pointing that out because she believed that her father in law had no authority to send her this text message.
Exactly, yo. Come on. The bigger picture is being seen. My goodness, like real talk. The bigger picture is she feel like her father-in-law have no authority to check her about shit. She feel like if somebody needs to tell her something, it need to be her husband. But at the end of the day, it's like your husband probably do be doing and saying stuff like this, but you don't listen. Yeah, that's probably what's really going on. I don't know specifically. I don't know 100%, but that could be going on. And if that is going on, that's petty. But the bigger picture is she feels like her father-in-law is not in the right for sending her this message. When in all reality, the bigger picture is he's probably only sending this message because he know his son can't get across to her. He probably didn't even seen it himself firsthand, front row seats, that she don't listen to him. And if that's the case, that's a deeper wound. That's like she don't respect the husband at all. And if you don't respect the husband at all, that means anything could happen. You can fuck around and cheat, excuse my language, but I'm keeping it a bean. You can cheat and not give a damn. Just because your lack of respect. People don't realize lack of respect goes a far way. And it's simple things that we need to look at in a relationship to depict a lack of respect. Something as simple as you always compromising, always accepting, oh, I was the wrong one in this, but the other person doesn't. Don't even accept that they did anything wrong. It's always just you. If you have somebody in your face that's always saying that, no matter what argument it is, it's always you. You need to reevaluate the relationship. You need to realize that person's not for you. Because if it was for you, they're at least going to see something in that, regardless if they weren't wrong at all. They're going to see something in that they could have possibly changed as well. Even if it wasn't in a wrong, they could see, hey, I could have said this a little differently, not spark you or something like that. If it's none of that and it's always, oh, you did this, and I ain't do nothing. That person's not for you. That person's not in your corner. That person cannot take constructive criticism, and that person has no respect for you. Keep that in mind.
We're going to get into all of that, but first take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. Click the notification bell for all updates.
Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Because all of y'all is not lazy.
Try my best to
y'all
respond to all of you. A few of you sent this in, and shout out to Think Before You Sleep for capturing this. But let's go ahead and take a look at that text message that she's so upset about. Her father-in-law said, when you get home tonight, I need for you to clean off all of the kitchen counters, put the tools in the utility room, put the trash on the front porch, and sweep and vacuum all of the hard surface floors. That would help Jake and I for tomorrow. Thank you very much in advance.
So honestly, to keep it a bean, now that looking at that again and reading that, it's like this. That would help Jake and I for tomorrow. That means that the job is not done. They have more work to do, but they've already worked their butts off. Who knows? Could have been 5 a.m. to 9:10 p.m. I know because I've done it before, dealing with carpentry and flooring. It's something. When you're an independent contractor and you have a certain date when stuff needs to be done, you do what you gotta do. And it's like, for him to specifically say that would help Jake and I for tomorrow, we already know Jake is her husband. And he talking about that's the father-in-law. So it's like, that's extra stuff they could have been doing and still been up right now doing. But they need their sleep. As you can see, she's making a video feeling good about herself, looking stupid, but she's feeling good. And she's talking all this nonsense. But as you can see, nobody's coming out to say, hey. Nobody's coming out to say anything. Everybody is asleep but you. You just came in the house. You don't know anything, no stress, nothing that these men have been through to make you happy. And the fact that the father-in-law loves his son so much, he's going to help his son when he could really be home with his wife. Or if he's a widow, he could just be home or doing something he wants to do, enjoying his life, because he doesn't have very long. But he's choosing to help his son because he knows his son really loves you. For you to be ungrateful, lady, boy, I can't even say much because it's a lot of y'all. What are you? Never mind, I was going to say it, but I don't know. What are you? Because this is crazy. You're really being ungrateful and not seeing the big picture.
You're the best. She's like, he's not even my husband. My husband is the one who's building this house. He's not really helping that much. Why is he telling me what to do?
You don't know that because you just got in the house. She
wanted to be a brat, so she got online and
Keyword, a fucking brat. It don't matter how old you are. If you ain't mature, if you ain't been through experiences to migrate you to maturing or force you to mature, you're going to be grown like this, looking like a doofus. And what you going to do? Leave a real man that's doing shit for you to go with a lame man that just wants to fuck and not do much of anything? But just because he acts like what you're saying matters, you're going to do and say whatever he wants. When a real man is going to help guide you, a real man is going to be like, hey, that's not really cool. This is the different way. You're not going to like that, though, because you're so used to just having your way as a brat.
Basically blasted her father-in-law and her husband. She did not want to be a team player. She did not want to wipe off the counters.
Specifically, you don't want to be a team player. You're not really for Jake. We see that. And it's a lot of you people out here like that. Where did you just come from? To be complaining about what you don't want to do. All these men been working all day for you, basically, and you're not paying them a dime. They ask you for one thing. And you rather use your time to complain than help the cause. And that is the reason why I don't care what a lot of y'all say. That's why in a couple of years, Mexicans, Spanish people are gonna rule this United States. Why? Because they stick together. If a Mexican woman came home, and she wouldn't even have came home from shopping because they save. She probably would have came home from getting groceries. And a Mexican man would have asked, wouldn't even have had to leave a note, because people only leave notes when they feel uncomfortable to talk directly. So it's already something wrong with her, right? Mexican man would have asked his woman, hey, can you clean this, and this, and this, and this, because I did this, and this, and this, and this. It wouldn't have been a second guess. It wouldn't have been a question or nothing, because she would have already knew since the time she woke up, she seen a man out that bed doing what he needed to do while she went out and had leisure time. This, I'm sorry, Caucasian, even my race, black, it's crazy. Ungrateful. Don't see that somebody that's with you just because they fucking you. They don't have to do everything you say. Because at the end of the day, we all different humans. If we're doing something for you, it's because we care. So appreciate it. But going back to the main topic, the bigger picture, this could turn into a bad situation because she could end up not doing it. Start an argument tomorrow when the father-in-law and the husband wake up and they're like, whoa, what is this? It's already going to set the tone, because I'm like, whoa, like now we got to do this after we can do this. It's going to set them back in time, all that. And then while you probably go back out and spend the money that they could be using on other workers to help them since you don't want to help. Like, it's a real big picture, and it's really goofy.
She did not want to put up the tools, and she did not want to put the trash on the front porch. That's what he was asking for her to do, to tidy up that area. It probably would have...
Didn't even ask her to put the trash in the trash can, just on the porch. Which means that when they wake up, they already have intentions on taking that same trash to where it needs to be. They not trying to put too much on you. Still trying to have a heart. And what type of heart are you having? Not a damn one. And look at that. Like, they're building a home for you. That don't look like that much trash. Because that's what you're showing specifically. That don't look like much trash, man. It don't.
Taking her 1 hour. I bet she spent more time complaining, talking on
As far as the tools, I mean, she got an extension cord. She might have some paint. She got ladders. Which, I mean, okay, the ladders could have been taken in by the man. Extension cord, all of that, paint, that's easy stuff she could have taken.
TikTok, messaging people and telling everybody about their business, outing her whole family. She spent more time doing that than just cleaning up the space. And
Yo, I just said that. Y'all heard me. Like, real talk, she wasted more time letting people know how she felt about this versus just being a team player, helping your loved ones. Like,
of course, all those people on TikTok, they agreed with her. People saying, don't be a slave. You're not the mate.
And that's the thing. Some of y'all people is the problem too. Y'all took the video she made, which was only one-sided, aka biased. Look it up. and basically uplifting her, making her feel like everything the fuck she's doing is good. Don't be a slave. Slave to what? That ain't that much in there. But y'all not realizing this father-in-law and husband built this house. You know what build means? That don't mean renovation. That mean that very floor that this trash is on that she's supposed to pick up. They built. Those walls, they built. That kitchen, that bathroom, them steps, everything they built. That's a lot of work. I come from construction, concrete construction. So I know certain projects that take certain time. Something like building a whole house is time consuming. So for her to ask, for them, the men to ask for help, just for a little cleanup, for somebody to say don't be a slave, you just as ignorant as she is. And really, ignorance is what? Niggerdom. You're a nigger. You are. I'm sorry. Because that is unacceptable. It is. That's some nigga stuff. Don't be a slave. Even though it's not really nothing there, and your man did all this and that, we still don't want you to be a slave, even though we're not helping you with bills, and we're not helping you with your relationship. Like, sometimes y'all just gotta chill out and just shut up, y'all.
Why would you be doing this? You have to understand, her husband and his father, they are building the house alone. They don't have a crew. They don't have extra hands on.
Don't have no crew. Don't have extra hands on board, on deck. They sitting here mapping this thing out they self, building it they self. The only thing they ask you to do is put up the tools if possible, and just put the trash outside. I really only seen one trash bag, and you have a problem with that. You're too bougie, and you need to go back. You just don't deserve Jake and his father-in-law. Honestly, you don't. You really don't. They busting their ass while you go out to JCPenney, then come back to complain because they asked you to do one thing. Like, sure, I ain't got time, and they don't got time, and I hope they don't have time.
So they're just asking for her to help by cleaning up the space. It's not like they wanted her to install new flooring.
But this is what I come home to after working an entire shift on my feet all day that I now have to clean, even though I did not make this mess.
So so that answers my question then. So she didn't go to JCPenney or Macy's. You'll say that she was really working an entire shift. But even so, even if that is the case, you don't have to make a video blasting your family out. People that care about you. People that's building this for you to even have somewhere to sleep at. Like, if you feel like what your best thing was, what you should have did was take that list, take that note that the father-in-law gave you, and then pick and choose what you wanted to do. Even that's bad, but that would have been better than this, okay? Pick and choose what you wanted to do. Put the trash on the front porch, which ain't nothing, you know? And then everything else you could have just didn't do. But the fact that you just show us as men some type of effort, we can't be mad, man. People in general, when they trying to help somebody and they see just effort from that person, even if they ain't the full effort, it just makes them naturally more comfortable to help that person because they're like, man, I just know, like, this is my project. I'm going to get them right.
Now listen, Karen, I don't care what you did all day. It's called sacrificing for your family. Your husband is building a house for the both of you and your future kids. Talking about look what she came home to. You came home to a house.
No. Yo. That is real. You came home to a house. Yeah. Yeah. You came home and you sat there and They built this home for you. And you didn't even want to work with them. Like, come on. I'm not understanding. How bad is that?
Do you understand that there are women who would take your position? They would trade spaces with you in a heartbeat. What?
Right. Like, what is your problem? Like, if they asked just to put the trash on the front porch, how bad is that? That's not bad. And it's not serious. It's a bunch of people that want to be in your position. Understand that. The way you act and you think it's cute and it's funny, and the motherfuckers in your corner talking about don't be a slave and amping you up and all of that. But men don't like that. Niece, you're like, real talk, we don't like that. We don't. Because at the same time, when we building that house or building what we want to make sure our woman is happy, that's all what we got in our mind. It's our woman. We want to see them smile. We want to see them congratulate us or give us props like, oh, you did this. But when you don't, that's already a slap in the face. But in doing something like this, yo, you have to be replaced. And it's a lot of y'all out here. Trust me, it is. I don't even know what to say to this. I'm disgusted.
Why are you so ungrateful, American woman? And that's the reason why a lot of white men.
That's why, specifically American. Y'all bougie as fuck. Never been through no struggles. Y'all think that, oh, because I ain't no food and my people's had to fill up for food stamps, I've been through a struggle. No, y'all didn't, man. I'm a descendant from the Caribbean. Had to get up in here with a green card and all. Not me specifically, but my peoples. And I never been raised up under them. So being that said, I didn't have as much struggles as them, but I didn't have I didn't have no luxury like no American. When I had an opinion like your dumbass opinion, I was told I was being disrespectful. Got my ass whipped. Not no, oh, go sit in the corner. Your opinion still kind of matters, but we want you to sit in the corner. Now that you're an adult, yeah, just say what you want. And then if somebody says what they want to you that you don't like, just shut down and leave them. It's just like sitting in a corner. Like, nah, yo, like, even to some of these parents, y'all gotta pave the way, yo. Even in the Bible say, whip your kids' ass. Fuck this government and what the fuck they saying. The Bible say whip your kids' ass. It does. And what does that whipping do? Help them to steer straight. So that when they grow up, they don't have to worry about strangers like police fucking with them. Why? Because they already know what's right and wrong. But you don't whip their ass and you have a motherfucker like this. They grow up to do what the fuck they want, man. Excuse my language, but I'm not sugarcoating nothing. This is just, it's disgusting to me. Like, people don't realize when you don't whip your kids, they grow up thinking they can do what they want. And then when they do what they want in this society, the law come. And then what happens? If they still feel like they can do what they want, the law starts shooting, right? So let's change the fucking way. Stop following these people. Even if you out there and you Caucasian right now, stop following that brainwashed way. All of us need to be like Mexicans, man. And I'm sorry to keep putting it on Mexicans, but they really the only ones that's showing the real way. We supposed to be together. We supposed to be family. We supposed to be getting it together. When we was first put here, the Lord made it that way. Okay? And us as blacks, we was on that path until certain slavery, real slavery, took that away. We used to have elders sitting around a campfire speaking to all the youth, telling us things, letting us know about certain plants that healed what, letting us know about certain meditations that linked us to certain ancestors, all of that. Now we don't got it. Now we all against each other. Now we don't have the knowledge that we're supposed to have, but knowledge is really supposed to be power. Our ancient history, that's all in the Vatican. We don't have nothing too. Like, this world corrupt as shit. I'm upset. Like, I don't even know if I should watch the rest of this. This is 8 minutes long. I only been in 3 minutes, and already I've been on 30 minutes of myself. Like, I'm disgusted.
They're getting tired of women like this too. She's talking about she don't want to clean up a mess that she didn't make. Oh yeah, you want to take it there? You don't want to clean up a mess that you didn't make, but you're perfectly fine with living in a house that you didn't build?
That's what she said.
And yet...
Alright. You don't want to clean up nothing. But you want to live in a house that was built for you? You are disgusting.
It's petty, but she's the one that's really being petty. She took their private text message and shared it online. Do you know almost 7 million people saw this? And you had people slamming her husband and her father-in-law. She's a liability that got the world in their business.
That's the main thing, man. Like, you sitting here, got everybody in y'all business off of man that was supposed to be building a house for you. This video was supposed to be totally different. You was supposed to hop on here and be boasting about this man, your husband, boasting about his father-in-law. Like, yeah, I know, like, yeah, he could be anywhere else, but he's helping his son, which is my husband. Look at this beautiful house. Look at everything they've already built. Could have been showing on that screen door. You could have been showing on the floor, the ceiling, the lights, all of that. All that shit is not easy, lady. But that just shows where your spirit, your character is at. It just show you really not for Jake. You really a demon at heart. And you set the fuck Jake up. And Jake need to leave you. And that's real. Jake, if you seeing this, leave her. I'm sorry. You have to leave her. She's not for you. She's not in your corner. This is only one room from the house y'all building. And she couldn't even uplift that. He said she's bashing it because she's just like, she doesn't want it. Because of laziness. And laziness ain't nothing but really an emotion that forces people to do action, which is nothing. Right? It forces people to do action, which is sitting down. Not doing nothing. Sitting down is still a verb. And that's the problem. So because of that, she's upset and rather bash them than be grateful for them.
Look at it. I now have to pick up everything off the floor, all of it. I have to clean this entire island, put all of their tools away, clean the entire, all this, everything off the floor. I have to get all of this. This is sawdust because they decided to cut things inside my house. And I have to get this all done tonight before my husband gets home so I can spend time with him.
Poor little you, it was just so much work. You notice how she quickly took ownership talking about my house, as if it's her house and not their house. But anybody knows when you're building a house or you're renovating a house, you're gonna get sawdust in the house. It's a part.
Yeah, that is true. Like, when you do anything with a house, especially building it, you're gonna get sawdust because you gotta cut the wood to match the measurements that you put on paper. Just do what you have to do. Granted, that is a lot of stuff, and you said you worked a 10-hour shift, so I understand. You don't want to do nothing. You really want to come home and chill. But if that's the case, then I'm just saying, it's really a different way to do it. If you didn't want to do it, you could have just went and did one thing, like I said, put the trash on the front porch and left everything else. Yeah, it probably would have been a mild argument, but at least they would have seen that you had effort. As a man, they would have seen that you had effort as you being a woman. And they wouldn't have really gave you that much. They would have just cleaned the rest off. Or even if you felt the way you felt, you didn't probably have to do nothing. Which really, in reality, not do nothing also means not post them and trying to bash them. Like, you could have just got home, had like you ain't see the note, went to bed, woke up. When they approached you about that, it would have been your choice to start doing it then, or just argue them down about it. But this is foul. People gotta realize, like, putting your family on blast and all of that will really take people out your corner.
Or the process. So yeah, she been online. This video got like 7 million views. You have people on there trying to give her advice, which is so funny. But this is her fault. She's the one that got all these people in her business.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then she came back to thank people for their advice and taking her side against her father-in-law. Take a look.
So last night I did not clean the house, you guys.
Hold up. So she made one video about bashing the situation. Now she made another video about thanking people for being on her side. Like, that's how you know it's toxic. She didn't have a valid like y'all talking about. Don't be a slave and all of that, making her really feel like she is right about this situation. Somebody that really feels in their right ain't gonna have to get on nowhere and thank nobody, because they gonna know within themselves, hey, it is what it is, what I know. She getting up there thanking y'all because y'all helping her make her father-in-law look stupid for no reason. Everybody gotta pull their own fucking weight, man. And if they asking her to just clean up because she don't have to do none of the hard labor, then just clean up. And if you don't feel like cleaning up, like I said, finesse. But as far as making a video about them trying to expose them, that's something else, man.
So last night I did not clean the house, you guys. Really opened my eyes and made me see that like this was not my problem. It's not my thing.
Then she gonna say it's not her problem, not her thing. Then you need to get your ass up and get out of that house. Okay? Go to your people's house. Go somewhere that wasn't specifically built for you. Go somewhere where somebody else, back in the day, built it. And you just had to settle and buy that. Somebody's building a house custom made for you and you're ungrateful. Let me rewind it, man.
My thing. There's
And taking her side against her father-in-law. Take a look.
So last night I did not clean the house, you guys. Really opened my eyes and made me see that like this was not my problem.
It is your problem. It's
There's
your
so
house.
much. I bitched my husband last night and told him that I was really pissed off. And so I get home today and this is what I come home to.
She told her husband she was really pissed off.
A fully cleaned house.
She came home, told her husband she was pissed off. She's talking about today she come home to a fully clean house. That's because the bigger picture was your husband didn't feel like hearing your fucking ratchet mouth. For real. He didn't want to hear it from jump. That's why his father took the leeway of writing you the letter. His father feel like you taking advantage of him. And your attitude and all that is getting over on him because he's really a nice guy. I know because I've been through it. I've been through it. He's a nice guy. And he really loved you. But you're taking advantage and that's not cool. So you come home to a clean house, whoop-de-whoop, but I bet you the father-in-law didn't help. I bet you the son was the only person that did that. You know, the father-in-law like, no, like, it's supposed to be 50-50, not 10-90, yo. If you even given 10. Because all it looks like all you doing is recording. Like, what are you really doing? You ain't even near him. do you really fuck with him?
A little bit of stuff right here, but that's fine. That's it. They organized all their tools, and I didn't have to do a single thing. Either they got the message that was super disrespectful.
Yo, how is it disrespectful for them to ask you for help for something they building for you? Like, the fact that people really think like that, yo, it's about to make me change the way I live and breathe. Because if that's the case and y'all letting people like that get away with it, I can get away with it. You feel me? If that's the case, and if I can't get away with it, then somebody got murked. It is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, like, that's not cool, yo. That's not cool. And what's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. Y'all really giving this shorty the power to think that she really right. To the point now she feel like she can be telling her husband that she feel like this is disrespectful for him even asking her to help. So what she's supposed to do, really just sit on her ass, go do what she do, and just come back home to not doing nothing. After he tired of shit, she like the type, she don't even massage him, kiss him, or nothing. She just want him to do everything for her. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. I can already see the relationship going downhill because it don't work like that. It's always 50-50. You don't talk to people like they're your kids. When you feel like that's disrespectful for him helping you, asking you to help, you could have been like, hey, well, I don't feel like I should be doing that. Then he would hit you with why you should be doing that. And even that's not an argument. That's just a simple disagreement for y'all to work out and compromise for each other. But people don't grow up. People don't know relationships, you know?
Or they think I'm completely incompetent and they won't ever ask me to do anything again. Either way, win for me.
Okay, so she got back on the internet to brag about getting her way. She didn't clean the house. That's
you
because
feel me? Like, what you in elementary school? Like a lot of these people, you still in elementary school. You gotta hear to brag and boast about you getting your way.
the other unhinged women on TikTok, they convinced her that it wasn't her problem, and that's exactly why she went there anyway. She didn't want to do it, but she wanted to get validation from a group of people telling her that she was doing the right thing by not doing it.
Exactly, yo. That's the problem, yo. It is really sad. Like, I really want to cry. Y'all don't understand, man. It's like somebody could do something as far as killing somebody. And even though we all know that's wrong, if enough people was to validate it and say, oh, that was right what you did, that person would not get no jail time. That person would be out here living. That person would probably be famous. It's just a lot. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's all about the majority. That's how a lot of these laws was made. That's how government was even established. From a group of people getting together and saying, yeah, we all feel the same way. And whoever else was on the outside that felt some type of way about it just went about their regular day going to a 9 to 5 instead of getting a whole nother group together that didn't appreciate that and went against it, so that way the law would have never been established. It's just a lot of things y'all just let certain people get away with. And that's why I stay ducked off, and that's why I don't rock with a lot. That's why my circle is small. For real, my circle's so small, soon I won't have one. And that's how crazy it is. Cause I don't play that, yo. Finessing, lying, just getting over, and being brainwashed is not my boss way. My third eye is real. Y'all third eye is real. But if you choose to keep having it closed and brainwashed, that's on you. And I have my choice to not be around you. Because I don't want that cootie to get on me.
She went on to complain to her husband and nagged him into getting her way, gloating in front of millions of people about how she won over her husband. But at what expense? Did she really win? She made her father-in-law look bad in front of the world. She made her husband look bad.
Hold on. Hold on. Because I saw it in the dark, but
Floating in front of millions of people about how she won over her husband. But at what expense? Did she really win? She made her father-in-law look bad in front of the world.
come on, man. You really tough. Did you really win? You made your father-in-law look bad. You made your husband look bad. Well, really, not really look bad. It's just to puppets, dummies, people that's still in the matrix. Yeah, all just like, oh yeah, you should be doing that. Oh, but a lot of y'all niggas that's telling her that same shit too. If y'all was with it yourself, y'all wouldn't want that. Come on, man, y'all. Just live y'all own lives. Stop being in people's business.
She made her husband look bad in front of the world. You had women calling them out, talking about misogyny and slavery. When, by the way, anything that a man tells a woman to do, she's under the impression that that's misogynistic. I mean, anything. And with this woman right here, behind that little sweet voice is an evil woman. Very.
Come on. Now, it don't matter if somebody's smiling, talking nice, or what. It's about their spirit and character, and it's the decisions they make. If they really believe certain things and they doing and taking action towards that, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem. And really evil. It really is. Something as simple as somebody not being able to admit when they're wrong is evil. It really is. It really is.
Very, very dangerous and a huge liability. Just look at the satisfaction that she.
Even if you don't feel like you're in the wrong, that's cool. I'm sorry, I don't know comment on that. But it's a lot of people out here that really don't be feeling like they wrong ever. And then when they is in the wrong, they still trying to manipulate the situation to make it seem right. They have no part to play in the shit. Evil.
She had when she thought that she won an argument. Women like her, they can't be trusted. She will do and say anything just to win.
Right. Yo, that's crazy. Let me rewind this.
Sweet voice.
I
Anything that a man tells a woman to do, she's under the impression that that's misogynistic. I mean, anything. And with this woman right here, behind that little sweet voice is an evil woman. Very, very dangerous and a huge liability. Just look at the satisfaction that she had when she thought that she won an argument. Women like.
Right, like you had some real big satisfaction. Like, yep, I did it. I don't give a fuck. It's my way. Like, yeah, you're dangerous and shouldn't nobody be around you. Everything's all peaches and cream when you get in your way, but you don't want to hit shit out somebody else gotta say what their opinion is. I'm done with that too. 2022, we moving different.
Very, very dangerous and a huge liability. Just look at the satisfaction that she had when she thought that she won an argument. Women like her, they can't be trusted. She will do and say anything just to win.
Right.
This is the update. It's not a good one. It's not a fun one.
Foul.
It actually really sucks. But I'm gonna keep it short and sweet.
Thank you.
We had a long conversation a couple days ago.
You want me to bring what's you calling up here?
What?
Mary J.
Yeah, that would be very great. Having a party.
Husband and I, and we've come to the conclusion that the best thing for both of us is for this to end. So we are getting a divorce.
Yo, I was just saying that, yo, this is crazy. Like, people like that, when they really can't get their way, this is what they do. This is what they do. This is what they do. I just said that at the beginning. If y'all watch till this long, y'all know. At the beginning, I said, when people can't get their way like her, and I explained it in more depth, go back, rewind it, and look what she's doing now.
We've been separated successfully. Obviously, we just have to put the legal actions into motion. But yeah, we are getting a divorce.
Shut up.
This woman is a complete moron. She told everybody she was looking for an apartment, and sometime after that, she ended up deleting her TikTok account. She had.
Right. Cause she already knew. That's what happens. These people, they don't care. Like, they can have a whole group of people on them saying they right. But at the end of the day, they still have conscience. Okay? That's why her shit was deleted.
Thousands of followers and millions of views. That video right there, almost 7 million views. In that last video there, she said they decided to get a divorce. I'm thinking it was her husband and his family that had enough of her, because this can't be the only time that she's acted out like a drama queen.
You feel me? Family ain't going to. They not. They're going to see right through that. He's making videos. Like, I'm going.
And honestly, she probably was never a wife to begin with, but her husband ignored the red flags and married her anyway. And
exactly. No, you gotta be careful for it as well.
about the whole construction thing, even if you have an outside construction company working on your home, they will tidy up and put things in order, but you will still have to go behind them sometimes and clean up your house, because nobody's going to get your home right like you can. But
you're a woman.
in this case, it wasn't even an outside company. It was her father-in-law, and she said it was her husband as well. So we're talking about a family project. This woman is selfish, entitled, uncooperative, all of that.
Well, definitely uncooperative. Definitely unreliable. Definitely disrespectful. Definitely disrespectful herself. Okay? She was disrespectful. Claiming he was disrespectful by asking her a question. Asking a question ain't disrespectful. It's not. It's about the way it's being said, the aggression behind it, how it's put. But a simple question, not disrespectful. Comment down below. Love y'all.
Cause we out making money ain't shit when you gotta find one.